What's going on, scallywags and mofos? This is Dope, your idiot leader, and this is the Dope Show. Actually, it's not the Dope Show because we're not live. It is Dope Comics on my YouTube channel. And what we have here is a great day. We woke up. We're positive. We're too blessed to be distressed and depressed. What is going on? What is going on? Today is the day, 4th of July is over with. We're on to spook season. 4th of July is not a big deal at my house because every day is Halloween at my house. But for the rest of the world outside of Dopetopia, move along. It's spook season. 4th of July is over with and the next biggest holiday is Halloween. So let's all have a great time and talk monsters, talk whatever we want to talk because that's what we do here in Dopetopia. But first, back from the dead, one of our sponsors, Dope Flakes. Dope Flakes, it's what's for breakfast. What can I say? Start your day with a 12-ounce bowl of knowledge. Dope Flakes. Makes you smart with every bite. Get you some Dope Flakes and start your day out right. Now that we got that over with, let's talk about what the days talk about, what we talk about. What the fuck did I just say? As you can see, I ain't had my bowl with Dope Flakes yet. But what I'm talking about is, people ask me all the time stuff, and what's the catchphrase at the end of the show? Read your comics. Well, let's talk about what we're reading and the greatest reads of all time. I wouldn't say the greatest reads of all time, but they're the most unappreciated reads. Things that you can find in your dollar bin. This is your top 8 stories you ought to have read in your life. If you're a fan of horror books and you don't have these, something's wrong, brother. Something's wrong. Check his pulse. Because these books need to be in your collection. There's 8 books here, 8 different storylines. These are things you need. These are 8 titles you need that you can find in your dollar bins. That is fantastic reads. These are my favorite reads that's unappreciated in the world. At number 8. And it shouldn't be this low because I really love it. But what started it off for me is these Twisted Tales. Twisted Tales is like 10 issues, and each one is a horror anthology. And this cover here happens to be a Bernie Wrightson cover, as you can see. It's a guy is made a belt out of heads, and he's chasing 2 kids with an axe. If this cover came out in the 50s, this book would be worth all kinds of money because this is a pre-code nightmare. But anyway, each one of these books has fantastic stories. Issue 2, to me, each book has 3 or 4 stories in it, written by different people like Bruce Jones and other great writers. Issue number 2 here is my favorite of all the reads. It's got a story in here about a fish aquarium. You need to pick up issue 2, and you need to pick up any of these you see. There's 10 of them. You should be able to find them in your dollar bins. Twisted Tales. Fantastic. This is one of the things that got me hooked on horror anthologies. Read Twisted Tales. If you're not reading Twisted Tales, you're not twisted. Anyway, next. What else do we got in our stack? Number 7. Dude, here's a shocker for y'all that y'all probably never knew I read. One of the most greatest stories I've always loved. This is written by Daniel Way. 6 issues. We're talking Supreme Power Nighthawk. What? Supreme Power Nighthawk? Marvel Max? Yeah. This is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love them C and D list characters of all time. This is Whiteface. Whiteface the clown don't play around. Whiteface is a pharmacist. From the very beginning, he started putting poison in everybody's prescriptions. And thousands of people died in Chicago. Is that scary to think? You know how much we trust pharmacists? And just think, if you used to just go pick up your pharmacy pills and start popping them, and all of a sudden, you're dead. He just killed everybody because we trust our pharmacist. And this guy here is very smart. He's Whiteface. And what'd he do? He killed thousands of people all in one blow. So this is a really good read. It's Marvel Max, Supreme Power Nighthawk. Get you some of that. 6 issues. It's explicit. It's everything you want in a comic. You should be able to find these in a dollar bin. Learn about this guy. This guy here is a crazy serial killer and one of my favorite villains of all time. And just like that, we're on to number 6, one of my favorite reads. I love things that make you think. I love things that really make you think. And this right here really makes you think. Dead Day. Dead Day is not just another zombie story. When all the stars are in line and things just happen to be lined up just right, the dead rise again. But guess what? We know when Dead Day is coming, and we can prepare. And when the dead come back, this ain't what you think. It's not a zombie story. These zombies come back, and some of them just want to visit their loved ones. Some of them want revenge and want to kill their bosses or whoever did them wrong. Some of these zombies come back, and there's no family there waiting for them. Tragic story about somebody died on a motorcycle accident, and his family's there for him every Dead Day when he comes back, and he has to wear his motorcycle helmet because he's so disfigured, and he wants to just sit down and get caught up with how his family's doing. And sometimes there's no family for them. They moved on. People get remarried. You might have been murdered, and you come back on Dead Day to murder the person that murdered you. Everybody, this could be such a good run. You could do multiple stories about different angles. You come back and your family's moved on and your wife's married to another man. You got 24 hours. What are you going to do? Are you going to go get revenge? Or are you going to say, fuck it, let them live in peace? What are you going to do? What if you were murdered? What if somebody murdered you and you get to come back on this day and look for them? You got 24 hours to find them. This is Dead Day, and it is amazing. I love Dead Day. I wish it would come back. Bring them back, Aftershock. Are you even around anymore, Aftershock? If you're around, bring back Dead Day. It's the best story you ever wrote. Dead Day. I think it's like 5 or 6 issues. It was amazing. Another thing I fell in love with, Night of the Ghoul. Night of the Ghoul was amazing. Love this story. This first one really blew my dick off. It was amazing. A guy and his son go to a nursing home out in the middle of the desert to talk to a guy that was writing a classic horror film back in the day, and all kinds of chaos breaks out. He says that this is not a it's not a nursing home. It's more of a sane asylum, and he needs help escaping. And as they find out, the nurses and the doctors might be crazy, or is it the guy they're kidnapping crazy? Anyway, read Night of the Ghoul. It's really good. It's like 3 issues, super thick. Should be able to find in your dollar bin. Night of the Ghoul is a classic. Other things I love to read that's underappreciated. Oh, Alex Cormack, you did it again with IDW. You can't beat Sea of Sorrows. Sea of Sorrows is about these crooks that go out on a boat because they know where there's some gold sitting on the bottom of the ocean. And Sea of Sorrows is a great book about all these pathetic criminals that you don't mind seeing get tortured out on the water. And their whole goal is to get this gold, and they start seeing shit in the water, and is it real? Is it not? Some people see this demon in the water. She's like half mermaid, half vampire or something. Is it real? Is it not? Are they hallucinating? It just shows the greed in a person that wants gold and how far they're willing to go to get gold. But if you ain't reading Sea of Sorrows, you ought to be able to find these. I love this story. It was fantastic. The artwork's Alex Cormack. Every page is amazing artwork. It's a very dark book. A lot of it takes place on bottom of the ocean in a submarine. Really good stuff. Sea of Sorrows. And just like that. Fantastic horror anthology. Hotel. If you don't know about Hotel, it's been out in 2 volumes now. I'm wanting a 3rd. Hotel is the greatest thing that AWA has ever wrote. Hotel is one of my favorite books. You can pick up any of them, just start reading it just like Ice Cream Man or anything else. But it's about a hotel, and the narrator is the manager of the hotel, and every hotel issue is about a different room going on. Hello, kids. Let me tell you about room 403. And the whole issue would be about room 403 and everybody getting slaughtered in there, or something crazy. Each issue is different. Each one's a different story about a different room. And as you read the different hotel stories, you start seeing people in the background from other issues sitting in like the courtyard or hanging out at the Coke machine. They're crossing over and happening at the same time. It blows your mind. You're like, that's that guy from issue 2 that was hanging them people in the shower. And now he's just sitting by the pool like it's a normal day. It's weird, man. You see all these Easter eggs in the background and stuff from other issues. Love Hotel. And we're down to 2 books. Love these 2 books a lot. Silver Coin, the greatest horror anthology ever wrote. Michael Walsh's baby. This is amazing. We've had 2 volumes so far. We need more. Silver Coin. It is about a silver coin. It is very underappreciated. The silver coin, everybody that touches it is cursed. Every issue is its own standalone story. You follow the silver coin along from the 1800s all the way to modern times. Anybody that touches this coin seems to be cursed and causes lots of violence, and possession takes over their body. So if you don't want to be possessed, don't touch the silver coin. Everybody touches it, ends up murdering people, getting murdered, all kinds of shit. But silver coin is amazing. Silver coin is my favorite thing that you should be able to find in the dollar bin. Each issue stands on its own. 2 volumes of this, and now the 2 volumes, there's only been 2 bad issues. And I can say that because each issue is written by a different person. Michael Walsh does all the art in all the books, so it keeps that theme that you like, the world you're living in. But each issue is also written by a different person. So some of them are really good, some of them are good. And I've had 2 stinkers out of the whole run, but this is fantastic. Silver Coin, one of my favorite covers of all time right here. Get you some Silver Coin. Kind of disappointed me because for Halloween I saw this year that they brought back Creepshow, which is something nostalgia that I grew up on, but I'd much rather if they had brought back Silver Coin. Silver Coin's a lot better book than Creepshow. And the number 1 unappreciated thing that you should have read in your time, especially if you like horror. But before then, we gotta talk about our other people paying for sponsorship. Thick Skin gummies. This is what you take if you're watching my show and you don't have thick skin and you're very easily offended. You got to take Thick Skin. Thick Skin will help you not be so offended. Just pop a couple of these gummies and you won't be offended anymore. People that watch my channel, sometimes they need Thick Skin because you never know what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, because I'm very passionate about my characters. But don't just unsubscribe. Just buy some Thick Skin. You won't never feel, bad again. You'll never feel like hey, I'm offended. No, you're not offended. You just ain't took Thick Skin. Anyway, the number 1 thing that you need to be reading that you might be able to find in your dollar bins is written by Comic Tribe. This book is amazing. This is John Lee's. We're back to Alex Cormack on the art again. He's the one I just showed you, this Sea of Sorrows. This book right here. Well, pal, Sink. If you ain't read Sink, this takes place in a town in Scotland, and these blue vans drive around late at night, and they're full of clowns on this crazy oxygen, and they're doped up, and they got rotten teeth, and they torture people, and there's other bad things going on in this town. The whole town is just a sinkhole, and it's full of ghetto shit, and each book is its own standalone story. Issue 2 is my favorite issue of all time. If you can only pick up one, pick up issue 2. But Sink, it is full of a town of horrible stories. Not horrible stories, great stories, but horrible people in the stories. Sink, you won't be disappointed. Sink is, everything about this place is violent. Just awful people committing horrible crimes. If you've never read Sink, this is the book for you. There's like 10 issues. Go get you some Sink. Love it. And just like that, we're under 15 minutes. Made another crappy video. I think we're up to like 651 videos now. I'll pop these things out like Madonna pops pills. I don't know if she pops pills or not, but... All right, until the next time, we're under 15 minutes. Get in where you fit in and read your comics, baby.